Hey geeks! This is Super Geek Heather Brainerd from New York. When I'm not dreaming up excuses to book random trips to Disney, I like to go geekin' on Walt Disney World with Kurt, Lindsay, and the whole geekin' family.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Hey Disney World geeks. This week I got 2 trips for one podcast, and it's featuring Michele Young and Chris Cates. They had some trips to Disneyland on episode 336 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your Geekin' Family podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast, also featuring Mama, Auntie Judy, Soul Sister Holly, and cousins Jen and EJ. And our Geekin' Family will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. I'm so excited you're here with us listening to our show. Geeky Disney people are awesome, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin' Family. Join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin' Family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin' Family members all around the world. We take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin' Family, so come join us to share in our love for Walt Disney World and each other. I bet you'll learn something to try on your next vacation. Your vacation is important. Rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation, and some time with the family. I believe so much you need to make your vacation time a priority in your life, and the number one tip we hear from our Geekin' Family Super Geeks is that you need to plan before you go to Walt Disney World. You just can't wing it. Are you on a quest to conquer Disney World? Well, when you're up against Disney World, you need the Force like Luke Skywalker used to conquer the dark side. Disney World has villains like Darth Vader too. They got crowds and complicated choices, and every hero needs a guide. Luke had Obi-Wan and Yoda. You got Mama, Judy, Jennifer, EJ, and me. We'd love to be your guides. We help people book and plan Disney trips. We're Disney travel experts, and we're independent travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Platinum Disney Vacation planner agency. Let our team explain it all to you and help you create a great plan with fast passes, dining reservations, and tips on the best rooms and resorts in Disney World. Hey geeks, one of my Patreon supporters is planning a Disneyland trip and asked me to do a show on Disneyland. And I knew our good friend and fellow podcaster Michele Young from the Disney Dream Girls podcast. She had just returned from Disneyland, so I reached out to her right away, and she gladly accepted coming on the show, really on short notice. So thank you, Michele. And also, longtime listener and super geek Chris Cates. She spent a couple days in Disneyland with her husband Jared. So let's review what's coming up here on this week's episode. One thing Michele did recently on her community Facebook post was ask if she should carry on with the podcast during this downtime of the parks, and I was really encouraged to see such great response to that post. And then I did the same post in my group, and everybody's like, yeah, keep it going. We need you guys to be giving that positive Disney World vibe as we are in our bunkers in captivity at our homes and not getting out, and we're dreaming of those vacations. So keep it coming. So that's what we're doing. We're keeping on. I'm so excited Michele and AJ are coming to our G3 trip, which comes next February 2021. She was at Christmas time at Disneyland, and she stayed at the Anaheim Hilton. She gets lots of pixie dust right away. She has some great food experiences at Disneyland. I think both her and Chris say Disneyland might even be better than Disney World, especially on the quick service meals. Michele gives great descriptions of food, and she likes her treats too, so you're going to hear lots of those treats. My listener had a couple of questions for Michele that she answered really good, like the Max Pass, which is different than the Fast Pass system in Disney World. And how about some tours that Michele did? So she gives us some of those. Her favorite attractions. She also did some things off property of Disneyland, like Universal Studios. She did a backlot tour there. She went on the Queen Mary and did a seance with an illusionist. That's pretty cool. An afternoon tea at a Steakhouse 55. Yeah, she's from the Dream Girls podcast. That's Michele Young. And then Chris Cates comes on and she talks too about the Max Pass and her experience. She stays at the Disneyland Hotel, but has a little interesting debacle there to get started with the quick trip that she was there. She talks about the rise of the resistance and some of the differences in Disneyland compared to Disney World. The Matterhorn, you can shake some of those kidney stones out if you ride it. I like that. Her husband is a doctor. Her husband, she checks out late. She has a late checkout from her resort, and she has a little mix-up story she talks about there. And some more food stories. We love talking about food. And then she spends a little time at Palm Springs to finish out her trip. She did a lot of time in California, not just Disneyland. Well, planning a trip to Disneyland is a bucket list trip for me, so I love having these trip reports from Disneyland also, and any of the parks all around the world every once in a while. So I'm so glad that I've got lots of Disney geeks to show me the way to those original theme park over there in California. So let's go to Disneyland now with Michele Young and Chris Cates. Well, I'm so glad I could record on a weekend and have one of my friends come on and talk to us about Disneyland, which is something that a listener asked me to do, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes here. But I'm so glad she agreed to do this on a short notice, and it is a Sunday, but I'm excited to talk to her. She's always fun. But I was looking back at a recording we did. I did a search in my notes back to October of 2017. At least back then, she's going to have to confirm for me, but Starbucks mugs, I think, is still a popular thing that she collects. And I got Mickey and Minnie Vinylmations. Maybe she's grown beyond that. I'm not sure. I'm sure she hasn't grown beyond the Butterfinger cupcake. I think she still likes those. And I think when I messaged you, Michele, you were getting a tattoo, but I think you got one of a Dole Whip too. So you'll have to tell me the new one. And I love it when she calls me Lovey in her British accent. So I got to bring her on. She's the co-host of the Disney Dream Girls podcast. So a fellow podcaster. Please give a warm geek and family welcome to Michele Young.
Hello, my lovely.
Hello, Michele. How are you?
I am very good, my lovely. It's so sweet to catch up with you, even though it was only back in August where we had a sort of like flyby hello.
Yes, we did see each other. Well, let's see, that was actually January. Wasn't it January? It was January. It was a year ago.
No.
Yeah.
Was it? No, because I was only in Walt Disney World in July, August. It must have been then. Or was it the year before?
We're confused.
I'm mixing my
Time is going by really fast. Yeah, that was we got to meet each other though in Magic Kingdom.
And as we speak now, my fingers are crossed that our paths will cross in 2021 as well.
Yes, we're talking about the Grand Geek Gathering. I was so excited to hear. Well, you're a great friend of one of our great friends. And
yes.
AJ Mills. Got to meet AJ back in October. I call her my angel.
She's beyond that. She is such a wonderful person. I love her to bits.
I'm jealous that you get to see her on a regular basis. You guys live pretty close enough to each other to go shopping and crafting or whatever else you guys do over there.
See you on a Friday.
That is so awesome. Yeah, so we're getting some early interest in this next Grand Geek and Gathering, and to hear that both of you are coming over, I was like, wow, this is, I've got some good return friends coming, and to hear that you guys are coming, it's just like, this is really going to be fun. So
should be all crossed.
Maybe you can get some of your listeners to come join us too.
You never know.
You start promoting it.
Be around.
I've always thought of this. I've never really worked at it, but I just thought having a bunch of podcasters bring some of their audience members on an event in Disney World. Maybe this is going to be the start of something, Michele. We'll see.
Well, I've got a friend who does something similar in Disneyland, and he calls it Friends of the Magic. And I get in the day after it finishes in August, so I'm sort of having the follow-on after dark morning brunch show. But yeah, they have about 8 or 9 podcasters from not just Disney but other walks of life that come together, and their listeners all do activities throughout the day.
Cool.
For the weekend, and it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I think, well, our community, Disney community, is a lot of fun. That's for sure. I'm sure you find that with your listeners, as I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's nothing like our listeners. I'm not just saying that. They are fantastic. They're such a positive, fun group of people.
No, I totally agree. Through being able to chat to people, they become friends.
Absolutely. All right. Well, what happened was I had a listener. I think you do this too, but I have a Patreon account that really organically happened for me. My listeners, especially Glenn Kessler, Kevin Curtis Allen, also, they helped start boosting up my Patreon. And I had a listener put in a monthly total that was the highest I ever saw. And I just reach out to them anyway to thank them. And I was chatting with her, and she's got a Disneyland trip coming up, and she wanted to know about Disneyland. So I said, well, you know what? I've been wanting to talk to Michele. I know she went to Disneyland recently, and I've got an in. I've got a friend there that can help us out. And she's got a couple of specific questions, but we're going to go over your Disneyland trip that you did at Christmas time, I believe.
I did. I flew out on Christmas Eve and arrived in Anaheim at LAX at round about 9:20. So I got to my resort and got all settled, ready to hit the parks on Christmas Day.
Nice. Perfect. So you've been to Disneyland quite a bit?
Yeah, I had an annual pass for 2 or 3 years at one point, and I was going about 3 times a year. I've lost count of how many times I've gone, to be quite honest. I think it's about 11 times.
Nice.
And normally my trips are between 9 and 14 days. So it's a nice time for me to go. And I have such a wonderful set of friends over there that I'm always guaranteed a warm welcome.
Nice.
And we find lots of different things to get up to.
Do they live in the area then?
Mostly do, yeah. Some of them sort of travel down to see me, but on the whole, yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Who'd you travel with?
As in flight company, etc.
Yeah.
I booked my flight on this occurrence with British Airways, being a British girl.
Yeah.
And I booked my hotel accommodation differently through one of your American companies called Priceline.
Oh, okay.
I took a gamble.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to get a hotel around the Disney Convention Centre, and I knew it was going to be 4-star. And I thought, well, it's a 15 to 20 minute walk from there. I'm good with that. Yeah, the price is right. I saved quite a few dollars, and I ended up with the Anaheim Hilton, which was an amazing hotel.
Perfect. Did you stay there before then?
I hadn't. I normally stay at the Clarion, or I've stayed at the Red Lion, I've stayed at the Tropicana, and this was the most beautiful out of all the hotels I've stayed at. In fact, when I was checking in, the check-in clerk said to me, "Are you okay? You don't look as excited as I expect somebody to be arriving, to spend some Christmas time at Disney." And I said, well, it's been a long flight, and before I got on the flight, I had an argument with a company with regards to my dad who'd just passed away, and they weren't releasing some money of his. And I said, it's just been a very stressful day, and I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
And a few minutes later, he came over and he said, would you mind if I did something special for you?
All right.
And I thought, okay. I said, yeah, go on, do your best. Anyway, got to the room and forgot about it. Started unpacking, got a knock at the door, and it sent up room service with a couple of trays of food and a bottle of wine, which I thought was amazing.
Wow. My wife and I, of course, we call her Mama. We hear all these stories from people of these pixie dust. When you do a podcast, you hear a lot of great stories and pixie dust moments. We're like, we're just joking, but we're like, we never get anything. Like we never get upgraded. Like we've talked to listeners that get upgraded, but that is a really nice.
Oh, I got upgraded fantastic. On the flight too to club class, which was amazing.
Outstanding. How long is that flight, Michele?
As a single traveller, though.
Oh, you traveled by yourself?
I travelled on the flight on my own, and I had a friend of mine from California stay with me at the hotel some of the time.
All right.
So, but I feel totally at ease going to California and being on my own because I know I'll always bump into people that I know.
That's awesome.
And the walk isn't too bad. And if it's, if I'm feeling tired and I'm in a rush, there's the Toy Story shuttle over the way, or I can get an Uber and that's $7.
Okay. So, so what was the walking distance from this hotel to Disneyland?
From my bedroom door, going down the elevator, walking out of the hotel to Disney security was precisely 20 minutes.
All right. And I'm really proud of you. How long you've lost some big time weight? How long has it been now? A couple of years?
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
Disappeared 2 years ago. I lost just over about 114 pounds.
Is that all? Oh
yeah.
Gosh.
I left it under a sofa somewhere. It just disappeared.
I'm so proud of you. I'm on that journey myself, and it's so great to hear those stories. And I did a post in our private Facebook group I call it Poo to Tigger, and I've called it Lifestyle this time. And boy, the reaction I got from our listeners to join that and join in, and eating healthy and exercise and all that. People are really excited about that.
Yeah, it's amazing. I restarted my eating plan last week, and by following the diet plan that I use, I lost 7 pounds in the first week, and I'm really focused. I don't feel hungry. I feel healthy. I'm sleeping better. It's wonderful. So good luck, and I'm sure you'll reach your goal to be Tigger and svelte.
Yes, I hope to be down 50 pounds by the time we do our grand geeking gathering a year from now. Now, how long does it take to fly from the UK to California?
My local airport doesn't fly direct, so I normally have to go from the local airport down to London, which is an hour's flight.
Okay.
And then I have normally about a 3-4 hour layover, and then it's 11 and a half hours over to Anaheim.
Okay, so it's a direct flight from London.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds. I was thinking the ocean, and then I know it's from New York. It's like 5 or 6 hours, so perfect.
Yeah, I've booked to go in October, and in October I'm going from Manchester, which is where AJ lives near, and that's about an hour from me, and I'm flying direct to Philadelphia. I've got a layover of about 2 hours in Philadelphia before going on to Anaheim. Okay. So I shake it up. It's whoever gets me the best price.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. We like to go a lot, so we look for those bargains.
Absolutely.
It takes how long to get to Florida?
About 8.5 hours. I'm lucky that Manchester Airport again goes direct to there. Although in the past to cut the price down, I have gone via Philadelphia. Must be a British Airways hub or something.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before. All right. Well, tell us more about this resort. Anything else about the room in the hotel that you really liked?
The hotel was amazing. It had a Starbucks in the lobby and one of those quick serve pizza places, which I didn't actually use the pizza place purely because I avoid carbohydrates. I follow a keto diet plan where it's moderate protein, high fat, very low carb.
Yeah.
So I try and avoid those if I possibly can. But it was, lovely resort, really nice. And I went first thing on Christmas Day morning to pick up my annual pass.
All right. That's always fun. That's positive. You know you're going back when you got an annual pass.
You have to make those trips count. You need at least 3 to get your money's worth.
People are always complaining, of course, of the cost to do a Disney trip. And I said, well, the more you go, the less it is.
We worked out the other day, the Premier Pass works out at £3.53 a day. So that's a target I'm aiming for.
Yeah, a girl after my own heart. I know we think alike in that regard.
Absolutely.
I did this little intro for you. Are you still collecting Starbucks mugs, or you have other things you collect?
No, I am still obsessed with Starbucks mugs. I have about 125 now. I've also gone on to the Starbucks little Christmas coffee mugs that they sold this year as well. So I had to get all the set of them. So, yeah.
Do you have a room for all your collections of Disney World stuff and Disneyland stuff?
It's actually the study I'm recording this in.
Yeah.
I've got a shelf of like Gelatoni, Cookie Ann, Shelley May, Duffy, because I'm obsessed with them. And then I've got some Vinylmation, and then I've got a floor to ceiling thing of Disney mugs, and then it's spilled over that it's not just the Disney ones. I've got them from Australia, from Hong Kong, from Japan, all over the world.
Do listeners send you stuff like they do me?
Yeah, I get them occasionally, or if I know they're going somewhere, say, do you mind picking one up for me?
Yeah.
I'll, PayPal some postage over and the cost of the mug. And it's brilliant. I'm very, very blessed. Or sometimes I just send English candy in return.
Yes. That's the thing I've noticed recently for my listeners, Michele. I've been getting things from their local hometown. That really means a lot to me when they send me something like a beer koozie or a magnet, that kind of thing. And it tells me where they're from. And the chocolates aren't so bad either when they come from the UK. Right. Well, all right. I'm going to keep on this, but is the Butterfinger cupcake, was I spot on with that?
Yeah. Although I had one this last trip and they've shrunk it.
Oh, no. So,
I know.
Is this Butterfinger cupcake Disney World and Disneyland?
No, I had that in the summer when I was in Walt Disney World. They don't have the cupcakes as similar in Disneyland.
Okay.
But the Butterfinger is a pretty good staple of Hollywood Studios for me.
Yeah, that's thrown me with, remember they had, I'm thinking of the places. There was the one with the book stop. They had great cupcakes. They had, what was the other one that's gone now?
There was Starring Rose
and
the Writer's Stop.
Yes. So where do you get your cupcakes now?
Starbucks.
Yeah. The problem is that place is always packed. Everyone trying to get a coffee. When I was there for Rise of the Resistance, you want to see a line that I would never get in. So, but all right. And well, I got to cover one more thing. Your tattoo. You do have one of Dole Whip?
I have a Minnie Mouse, which is a hipster Minnie Mouse. And in the original artwork by the artist, she was holding coffee. Well, I changed it out for a Dole Whip. The new one I have on one thigh Snow White.
All right.
Well, the new one on the other thigh is, and I haven't announced this on the podcast yet, is Rapunzel.
Oh, that's right. You told me this when I think I messaged you. You were getting your tattoo when I messaged you.
Yeah.
Rapunzel. Awesome. Great job. All right. We'll get back to Disneyland here. Did we cover the resort pretty good?
I think so. I think we're ready to move on.
I know we're going to move on to food. Did you have some? Now, I'm really proud of you because you've been counting the calories and doing your keto diet. How'd you make out? I know you're eating like a kid. You get the kids' meals, that kind of stuff, or what are you doing?
I do.
Yeah.
This trip was really bizarre because I didn't have a lot of dining planned, and normally when I go to Disneyland, I do. But some of the staples I have every trip. I went to Carnation Cafe on Christmas morning for my Mickey waffle with the strawberry sauce, which was amazing. And then later on in the day for my Christmas meal, I had the Monte Cristo sandwich with some pommes frites. And the pommes frites have like a garlic parmesan sort of dressing over, if you like. They're like toasted onto the fries and they're amazing. And it has a dip with it and the Monte Cristo, and we shared them and we had an amazing meal.
What's on the Monte Cristo?
The Monte Cristo is sourdough bread with ham and cheese and turkey.
Yum.
And it's then coated in like a donut batter, deep fried, sliced into four, covered in icing sugar, and served with like a fruit puree. And it is amazing. But please, guys, listen to Michele here. Do not get one for yourself, because there is too much food for anybody to finish one to themselves.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know you do this. If you're hearing Michele's descriptions, listen to her podcast when she comes back from her trip. She goes into great detail, and I'm loving this so far. What else are some of your favorites in Disneyland?
Disneyland do amazing beignets at the Mint Julep Bar, which is a counter service.
Yeah.
And they're Mickey shaped. And you get them in a little white bag, and you have to shake the bag to get all the powder over those beautiful beignets.
Nice.
And they do seasonal flavours. At the time when I was there, they had peppermint, like a candy cane thing.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Only in Disney World. I think the only place you can get beignets is really at the Port Orleans French Quarter.
Absolutely. So it's a great place. And the best top tip I can give you is order on the mobile app. And you literally, there's always a queue of 30 minutes for beignets.
It's fun. We got to talk about some of the stuff that's different in Disneyland. Because I always hear they don't have the Mickey, touch your Mickey to Mickey in the Magic Band technology there, right?
No Mickey bands.
Yeah. But they do have a mobile app and you can order. That's great.
Yeah, a lot of places do that. And as an encouragement, you're able to get a little pin when you collect your mobile order to say Dole Whip or whatever.
Really?
So the Monte Cristos are available from Cafe Orleans, which is a table service restaurant.
Okay.
They do a gumbo with rice, and it's got the sausage and the prawns and the chicken, and it is amazing. Nice. And a small bowl is under $10, and it is. And another place I love to eat, and it's more of a snacky place. You'd love this place. We need to go there together, my lovely, because it's the Jolly Holiday Bakery.
Oh, yeah. I like baked. I'm not a big cake person, but I love donuts and my cinnamon rolls and that kind of stuff. Oh,
they have a croissant with egg in the middle and cheese and a bit of bacon. Oh, it is sublime.
Yeah, all right.
And they do something called the Matterhorn macaroon, and it is about $2.39, and it's shaped like the Matterhorn mountain. Yeah. I brought some home and they're in my freezer. That's how much I love these, and they are amazing.
I'll take a few. I haven't heard. That's the first time I heard that one before. Take them home and put them in your freezer. Wow. That's that's a great idea. There's the best tip we gave you the whole episode.
# willpower needed.
That's great. Yeah. Boy, croissant and egg sandwich. You had me there. You know me very well. Thank you.
Yeah. I try my best.
Mom and I, you were talking about having friends there. And of course we would have listeners in the area that would help us out. We've talked to some, and Mom and I haven't gone there yet to Disneyland. Wow. So it's going to happen. I really, as part of our travel agency, I really want to do it and write it off a little bit too. But I hope they have some training. Next time they have training, I want to go and bring Mom. She will freak.
It's such an amazing place, and the food. If you love your food, Disneyland food is amazing. It's an attraction, so much better than Walt Disney World food.
Whoa, that's saying something. How come? They must really focus on it. I mean, they don't have all the parks, they don't have the space, so you feel like they focus on food pretty well.
Well, they rely on the locals who are their annual pass holders. They're their bread and butter.
Sure.
So they need to keep making sure that their food's good value. It's tasty. It's well themed, and it's what people in the area like to eat.
Makes a lot of sense.
So they really do excel on that. And at the moment, there's a big vibe going over, the themed donuts, the themed cupcakes, anything that's themed like that. People will quite happily queue up for 45 minutes, an hour.
There is that one little problem. What are some of the things you think Disneyland's known for in terms of food that you go back to all the time?
Oh, gosh. Definitely the Matterhorn macaroon. And also from Jolly Holiday Bakery, they have a macaron, which is a raspberry rose flavour.
Yeah.
And in the middle, it has a raspberry mousse, fresh raspberries, and it is divine. It is unlike anything else. And then over at DCA, there's always something different going on there, because they have, in Carsland, for example, they have the cozy cones, and each cone sells a different type of thing. So you can have your bread cones filled with different things. And I know a lot of people love the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I love the chili and cheese, which is amazing. They have ice cream. They have different flavoured popcorn. Whilst you're in that area, another favourite of mine is Flo's V8, which overlooks Radiator Springs Racers. And they have a French toast brioche for breakfast with caramel sauce. And that is so good. And it's nearly as good as the one you get over at Ohana.
Oh, nice. There's a great endorsement. I think you like the sweets, Michele, Why do I get that feeling?
I have a sweet tooth, but another favourite, and there's two places that you can get these from. In Disneyland, there's a place where you can get a bread bowl with soup in, and that's the Harbour Galley.
Yeah.
And over at Disney's California Adventure, there is another place where you can get the soup bowls from. And the soups are so hearty, and then you've got the sourdough, because in California, everything's got sourdough. The bread is just amazing.
That's a nice hearty meal.
Yeah.
Filling. Yeah.
And it's chilly there on a December evening as well, so something like that really warms you up.
Perfect. I'm going through my memory. Fried pickle seems to stick in my mind.
You can get those at Carnation Cafe for lunch and dinner, and even though I don't like pickles, I will quite happily indulge in a fried pickle. That's
a weird thing I've heard about that I've always wanted to try, and I think they've had them at Disney World, but I haven't had one yet. I had a Scotch egg for the first time, Michele.
You're turning very British.
I got to tell you, haven't heard the podcast yet on this one, but we did the Rose and Crown fireworks package at Disney World. And let me tell you, that was so fantastic on so many different levels. I was so glad to have my Scotch egg for the first time, but just the prefix meal was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And
I'm sure I saw the desserts you shared.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what they were, but that was good too. And lots of cocktails and beers and wines and stuff. They were bringing it that night, I can tell you. But we had to sit down, watch the fireworks show, and great service. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So thank you from your country to ours.
We try our best, and whilst the Rose and Crown is not a place close to my heart, it's nice that our British hospitality looked after you so well.
Oh my gosh. All right. What else? Did you have any sit-down dinners?
Oh gosh, I went off property to a place called Stonefire Grill.
Okay.
Which is about an $8 Uber ride away.
Uh-huh.
And basically it's one of these places that you can order all sorts of things. They do pizza, they do tri-tip, they do chicken, they do mashed potatoes, they do salad, they do everything you want. We always go and get the tri-tip, the mashed potatoes, and the salad, and the garlic sticks. And it is amazing. A really good meal. It was about $40, including beverages, for 4 of us, and we ate like kings.
So that's not really a tourist trap then.
No, it's a little bit off the beaten track, but there are branches of this eatery, all around that area, and they're amazing.
Perfect. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on is, like I was saying, that I have a listener who is a fantastic Patreon supporter for us. And I was talking to her, and she also booked a trip with us she's going to be at G3. She booked her room already, and she had a couple of questions for us, Michele. And one of them was around the Max Pass system there. She's going on a Disneyland trip, and she wants, it's a different system than what she's used to at Disney World. So she wonders how it works and any tips you might have on the Max Pass system.
Okay, well, you can still get paper passes.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay for Max Pass.
All right.
On certain ticket levels and annual passes, you get them for free, or you can have the option to add them. The Max Pass recently went up in price. When it was initially brought out, it was $10 a day per person.
Okay.
Then it went to $15. It's now currently $20.
All right.
And if you want to pay for it for the year, it's at $125. So basically, if you're going to be there for 7 days or more, it's kind of break-even point that you get it for the year.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's very, very simple to use. You need to use Disneyland's official app, and you need to be able to have data on your phone, because the Wi-Fi in Disneyland is not particularly good.
Good tip there. All right.
Now, I've got quite a good knowledge of where I know the strong pockets of Wi-Fi are, because I go without any data, being from the UK.
Okay.
So you will see me standing outside the Red Rose Tavern for about 20 minutes, catching up on social media, knowing that I can get on that Wi-Fi.
And you can get, so can you get some fast, is this like a fast pass you can get before you get to the parks?
No, it
Okay.
doesn't operate until you're actually physically in the park.
All right.
Once you're in the park, you can schedule one fast pass at a time,
Okay.
and you can schedule it with other people in your party, provided they are also in the park.
All right. So they know you got to show up with them at your fast pass, I would imagine then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're not allowed to. You can't even schedule them on the app unless they're in the park.
Oh, okay. How do they know they're in the park?
Disney magic.
Oh,
I
good.
imagine once you've gone through with your annual pass, it's activated. So
All right.
you go through, and it gives you a list of when the times are. You can click on. So say, for example, you had a fast pass for Guardians of the Galaxy, and it was at 9:05. You have an hour to go and hit that attraction like you would normally.
Yep.
But you couldn't make another fast pass until the time window has gone round.
Right. So after that hour is gone, then you can go make another one.
You can normally make them every 90 minutes. So
All right.
it's not so bad. But I've done it once where it depends how you get good at stacking them up. I've literally been on Guardians, used a fast pass, gone round, booked another one, and the fast pass was for 5 minutes time.
Okay. Excellent.
So it is really, really good. And you can just keep going back in and refreshing the app
Sure.
because the times keep changing and modifying throughout the day as well.
Do you find you need a fast pass? Are the crowds and lines long in Disneyland?
Yeah, for some of the attractions, you can be waiting an hour and a half, 2 hours easily for some of them.
Yeah, the bigger ones. I'm going to ask you some of your favorites, but I got one more question. That was great coverage of the Max Pass system. Let's take a look. She wanted to know about tours. We love doing tours too. I've done several of them in Disney World. Have you done any at Disneyland?
I've done quite a few. Whilst I was there at Christmas, I did the Christmas tour.
What's that?
That was brill. You get to go and see the Christmas trees and the story of the trees and the dressings that the Disney cast members put up in the park.
Yeah.
You go in both parks, so you get to go over the DCA because it's literally a 2-minute walk across the walkway.
Right.
And we got a sweet treat in there. And back into Disneyland, we had to go on the Haunted Mansion and It's a Small World.
Yes.
We got so much information. And then at the end of the tour, we got a Lady in a Tramp metallic pin. We got our name badge pin. We got seating, actual plastic seating for the parade.
Okay.
And whilst the parade was going in front of us, we had hot chocolate in a reusable mug and a gingerbread cookie, which was divine.
That's great. I love those little perks they add to that. We were talking about for G3 this time, doing a tour, letting everybody know that it's available. Like, everybody, let's do this time, this day for a tour. And we were thinking of doing Epcot just because we could do the fireworks, because those tours also include that night to see VIP fireworks spot. And I've done that before, and that works out. That would be fun if we had a bunch of people that you knew all together there, right?
Yeah.
So perfect. Yeah. Any other tours? Now, this is an historical park, quite obvious, being the first theme park of Walt doing this amazing park. I think that's what I've heard, right, Michelle? Is that you
cannot go without doing the Walk in Walt's Footsteps tour.
Oh, nice.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It takes you into Walt Disney's private apartment above the firehouse to see where he, Lillian, and the children used to hang out in the park. And you could see where Walt used to peek out and look at people below having fun.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that's worth it right there. Well, you got me right there.
You could peek around the corner, and I went into Walt's bathroom. And I'm not going to tell everybody this, Kurt, but Walt's toilet was pink.
Yeah, it's probably, maybe that's something he didn't want us all to know, but maybe he was just doing that for Lillian. I'm not sure.
But that's a really good tour, and I would recommend you perhaps not do that on your first day, because you want to get your bearings of the parks first.
Sure.
So maybe a couple of days into your trip, and you'll get to find out lots of lovely tales and secrets.
So, like, when I tell people at Disney World, you got to do the Magic Kingdom tour and the Keys of the Kingdom. And this one sounds like the one you got to do at Disneyland. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely 100%.
Yep. Love it.
They do a lot of dessert parties to give you viewing spots as well for the shows on an evening.
Sure.
This Christmas I did the World of Colour dessert party, which was a pretty good value one. You got a couple of alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
You also got a nice plated meal with some desserts and cheese and grapes. And you had a fantastic view of World of Colour.
Yeah, that's the fireworks kind of show?
No, that's, have you ever been to Las Vegas and seen the Bellagio fountains?
I haven't been to California, and I did it in college, so that was over 30 years ago. So I haven't seen much of anything out there yet.
I'm sure your listeners have got an image in their head when I mentioned the Bellagio, and they're beautiful fountains which are featured in Ocean's 11.
Nice. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the gentleman who created that worked with Disney, or the company worked with Disney, and it's basically a show with fountains that have projections on them. There's a little bit of fire in it, and it is amazing. It is just out of this world.
We really like the Rivers of Light this time with the water and the shows that they do and stuff. So cool. All right. Well, great job covering those for my listener. Thank you so much. Let's just cover up a couple more things. Like, what was some of your must-dos, fun things that you did on this trip, Michele?
Oh my. They rethemed the California Screaming roller coaster, which is on Pixar Pier. And I highly recommend a good afternoon in Pixar Pier.
Yeah.
You stop by and get some of the yellow snow, which is so good. It's a beautiful lemon Dole Whippy taste.
I was going to say,
chocolate.
I can remember a song that said, "Don't eat the yellow snow" from my youth.
Yeah. It's not real yellow snow. So you start off there. And then you go on the Incredicoaster. And the Incredicoaster has a 360 loop.
Oh, wow.
And
intense.
It's really intense. It's themed around the Incredibles. And you go through a little tunnel, and it's got the smell of Cookie Num Nums, which is from the film. It's beautifully filmed.
Wow.
And when you get off the attraction, you have an opportunity to buy a Cookie Num Num.
That's unique.
Yeah, which is great because you're salivating on the ride for a Cookie Num Num. And the first thing you see after your ride photo is the Cookie Num Num stall. And they are an amazing warm cookie that are really ooey and chocolatey and delicious.
They are ingenious at Disney, aren't they?
They know how to get every cent out of your pocket.
I swear they blast smells all through. I think of that sweet smell in the bakeries when you walk by. That is just calling your name.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's some amazing attractions. You cannot go to DCA without going on Radiator Springs Races and Tomato. That, if you like the alien saucer spin, imagine it a bit more effective and actually doing the spinny bit really well. That's what that attraction is. It is brilliant.
Did you guys get the Disney Plus yet in the UK?
No, March.
Still. Oh, wow, March.
Still waiting. Yeah. We're not talking about Disney Plus.
I thought so. Well, Mom, I was walking through. Mom was watching, and they were doing the Imagineering, one of the episodes. I haven't watched the latest one, but yeah, they were showing the building of that Radiator Springs. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then back in Disneyland, they have some unique dark rides. They have Snow White.
Oh, yeah.
They have Pinocchio. And they still have their own version of Mr. Toad.
Mom, she'll tell you over and over again, she loves the classic dark rides. That is her thing. Like, she's like, bring me more of those. So.
Well, she'll love it because there's Alice in Wonderland dark ride as well.
Yeah.
And a Finding Nemo submarine journey.
Yeah. Yeah. She'll love those. Yep. She's gonna be
such good fun.
She's going to be crying if I bring her there.
That's me when I'm leaving.
Yeah. Hey, before we leave California, though, you did a little off Disneyland property, didn't you?
I did. I'm very blessed to have an amazing array of friends who made two things happen for me. One of them was I did a a seance illusionist type show on the Queen Mary, which is out at Long Beach, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's creepy.
Really
because let's talk about that college. I went there 2 times when I was in college, and we did that. We went, well, not that show, but we did the Queen Mary and the Spruce Goose. Is that still there?
I didn't see that. As I say, I only purely went for the illusionist show. So
how long was that? Was that fun?
It was about an hour and a half, and I actually participated in one of the tricks that the illusionist did.
Oh, nice.
And to this day, I have no idea how that man made that happen.
I am so tricked when I see these things. I love those magic shows. Yeah.
I'm definitely going back if he's there when I'm in the summer. And then the second one, I'm good friends with a former Disney Imagineer, a wonderful lady called Terry Harden, and she's worked on things such as the dragon under the castle in Disneyland Paris.
Oh, wow.
Some rock work at Big Thunder.
Nice.
And she's also crafted the little animals on the front of some of the Splash Mountain boats.
Oh, cool.
So she's done quite a bit for Disney over the time, but now she's freelancing.
All right.
And she was able to acquire a VVIP backstage tour for me to go around the back lots at Universal Studios in Hollywood.
I'll tell you, that was the one thing that back when I went 30 years ago, I thought that was awesome to see the Universal Studios, the real Universal Studios.
Yeah, we were stood in the middle of the Black Lagoon, and her husband and her played out the scene from Dirty Harry because she go past the bank where he's there with that "how many bullets did I shoot" punk scene. And then I literally walked on the front of City Hall from Back to the Future, and then was able to go round the back to the inside set. And it was amazing. We went to the Psycho House. We went to the Jaws scene and saw it from a different perspective. It was unreal.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah, when you're in there's so many different things in California. And I mean, how many days do you need for Disneyland, Michele?
Depends what you want to do. I would personally have no less than 5 to ensure full coverage of both theme parks. You could possibly do it on 3 or 4, but for me, I like to go and be leisurely and look in the shops. And with Galaxy's Edge being added now, that's a big thing. And then it depends what else you want to add in. You know, I've been over to Walt's grave and paid my condolences and thanks to him over there. I've been to his favourite restaurant, the Tam O'Shanter. I've been to the Griffiths Park Carousel, which was the inspiration for him for Disneyland. You know, I've done so many other things. So these are all things that you can tack on to your trip.
Yeah, definitely. Where is he buried? I didn't even know that.
He's buried at Forest Lawns Cemetery, which is a huge cemetery. You know, from the UK, our cemeteries are fairly small. This is like huge, but he's tucked away in a little corner. And I took him a menu from his favourite restaurant and just left it by his grave. And it was really nice.
Wow, that's very unique. Well, tell me, we'll finish up with any other really fun pixie dust moments or things that you did that were just standouts for you?
We had the afternoon tea booked at Steakhouse 55.
Ooh.
Steakhouse 55 is in the Disneyland Hotel, and I must recommend, if you're going to go to Disneyland, you do visit Steakhouse 55 and visit the Disneyland Hotel and visit the Grand Californian, because those hotels themselves are beautiful.
The attractions themselves, right?
Oh, yeah. But we had the afternoon tea booked, and we turned up and they said, "Oh, we're really sorry. There's been a bit of an error today. We've been taking bookings on the online system, but we didn't realise until people started turning up at 12 o'clock. There's been a bit of a snafu.
Oh.
Let us look after you. Come with us." So they took us to the Trader Sam's, which is in the Disneyland Hotel overlooking the pool.
Yeah.
And they said, "Order lunch. You can have anything you like to eat.
Wow.
No alcoholic beverages, but you can have whatever you want," as our way of saying sorry.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
And I was like, okay. And they said, "Come back tomorrow and you will have your afternoon tea." So
boy,
we went back the following day.
I'm starting to get a complex now. I was telling you, everyone is telling me all these fun things. Come on, I'm a podcaster. Throw me a bone one of these times. Now that is really cool.
Yeah.
And you've probably been to the Disney World Trader Sam's too. What's the difference, Michele?
The Disneyland version's a little bit smaller, but the difference is they have a nicer outdoor terrace, which in California you might want to sit out a little bit more often because it doesn't get as humid. But the bar is lovely. It really is. And it's the authentic one. And the food is divine, of course.
Yeah. Do you remember what you had for free?
We had a free non-alcoholic beverage, and I cannot remember for the life of me what I had. But I had their famous pineapple cheese burger with sweet potato fries, which were amazing. And because the bill was like $90 odd for the three of us, it was even better because we didn't pay a cent.
Yeah, that always makes it taste better.
Yeah, and then the next day we went, and we did pay for our afternoon tea. I think that was just Disney's way of apologising that we'd had to trail all the way out.
Now, hey, Michele, I'm confused. I'm confused about afternoon tea because you're British. And I should know this because I'm being trained by some really good British people. But what is tea in Britain?
Well, this is a very good point here, Kurt, because afternoon tea to the British started off as the ladies of the big houses would have their breakfast and a light lunch, but become 4 o'clock, they'd be feeling a little bit peckish because dinner wouldn't be served till 8 o'clock.
Oh.
So it got into the habit of having a cup of tea with some small cakes and some small sandwiches to put them on.
Yeah.
So normally, afternoon tea is served in English hotels between 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Guess what time our reservation was at Steakhouse 55?
8?
12:15.
Oh, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You were kind of confused then.
Yeah. They operate as a restaurant in the evening. They operate for breakfast. By the way, the best breakfast on property,
nice.
Steakhouse 55. And so their afternoon tea service is between 2 and 3:30.
So what do you get on a menu for an afternoon tea?
We had 3 or 4 different types of sandwiches. We had a chocolate-covered strawberry, 2 or 3 different cakes, 2 different scones.
Nice.
We had a salad as a starter and some takeaway truffles and a glass of champagne and some tea.
So it sounds like you had plenty to eat.
Oh, plenty. We had a Tupperware taking home leftovers.
Well, Michele, I promised I'd keep you on for only 30 minutes, and I'm way over my time. It goes by so fast. You are so fun to talk to.
Oh, lovely. Anytime. And if anyone wants to ask me any direct questions about Disneyland, I am more than happy to do so because I love that place.
And of course, you're an expert on Disneyland Paris, too. So.
Well, I'm going there twice this year, so nice. I do know my way around.
Well, tell everybody where you can find Michele online.
Well, you can find us on all good podcast catching places under the Disney Dream Girls. We are also available on Instagram and Twitter at Diz Dream Girls, DIS Dream Girls. And, hit me up on one of those places. I'd love to chat.
I know. I was thinking about this, Michele. I was so nervous. I remember I was on the bus and I was like, wanted to reach out to you. I loved your podcast and I wanted to, invite you on mine or vice versa. And, I was so glad you were so warm and, I'm so glad to have befriended you.
Well, I'm just hoping that our plans come to fruition for next February so I get to hang out with you and your podcast family to spend some lovely time together, having some more Disney memories made.
That's right. And take care of our good friend AJ. And,
yes, and we'll just find somewhere to lock Kevin in a cupboard.
Yes. I told you I would trade Kevin for AJ, but you haven't taken me up. You haven't taken me up.
You really, Kevin. We wouldn't really lock you in a cupboard.
I think the Northerners and the Southerners in the UK tease each other a lot.
We do. We do.
Well, again, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on, Michele, and helping me out with my listeners. And we'll talk to you real soon.
Take care, my lovely. Thank you for having me.
All right, Chris.
Okay.
So, well, you've been around since forever. You're one of the originals, Chris Cates. I love talking to you. I'm so glad to have you back on the show. And I thought of you as I was talking to one of our listeners who's going out to Disneyland. And I just saw you just got back from Disneyland. So it's so easy for me. I got so many friends out there and they're all so awesome. And I thought and it was a short trip, but you can add to a little mini roundtable we're doing. We brought Michele Young on from the UK. She's about 5 hours different, so I already recorded with her. But Chris, I want to hear your perspective on Disneyland and your recent trip. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, geeks.
Chris, you've been listening since the very beginning, weren't you?
Pretty much.
I think so. I consider you.
I started at episode 50.
Well, I talk about my Fab Five, like the first five people I had on the show. And I think of you in that top 10, we'll put it that way. You were up there close and you've been such a good friend of the show. And I got to meet you in October, which was a highlight. Yay. One of the big highlights. I was thinking back as I was getting on to call you and we were talking about some of our other friends. We all got a chance to meet for the first time. So, it's so much more special when you get to meet for the first time too. So, and in person. Well, welcome back, Chris. I want to hear about your Disneyland trip. When did you go?
All right. So we went February 12th and 13th. And so here's what we tend to do. We've only done Disneyland about 3 times.
Okay.
But, we go to California to meet up with friends and do California. And then we go for 2 days to Disneyland.
Nice.
You can very easily drive to Disneyland in the morning, park at your hotel, do the whole day at the park, then check in midway through, and then go back, and it's fine.
And you can see a lot.
It's a different feel, is what I'm going to say. It's a different feel for us people that are used to Disney World.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is, okay, so first of all, we drove in, we parked, and we were in the park by 7:30.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boarding passes, we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, put that on the back burner. But we also did the Max Pass.
All right.
And so when you get into the park, if you have an early morning because you're staying at a hotel, you can do a Max Pass, Fast Pass kind of thing on your phone.
Yeah.
All right. But here's the difference between what we're used to in Orlando.
Okay.
When you do it on your phone when you buy the Max Pass, it's I think $20 a day.
Yeah.
So when you buy the Max Pass, you don't physically have to go and get your passes.
Yeah.
Right? Like you used to have to do back and
because they do have that. They have the paper fast passes still in Disneyland, correct?
They still do.
Right.
Yes. So you can book your Fast Pass on your phone.
Yeah.
And then it will tell you the next time you could book the next one.
Right. That's a good deal. So this was, you didn't have a room and Max Pass package. You bought the Max Pass separately.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And here is why.
All right.
Because we looked into it and it was more expensive to put it together for that weekend. And we don't know why.
And you stayed one night. Where'd you stay?
We stayed in Disneyland and Disneyland Hotel.
Beautiful.
And
nice. Yeah, is that the one to stay at?
Everybody always book with a travel agent.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, well, you're preaching to the choir, but go ahead, sister.
Exactly, but I mean, you know my girl CJ.
I know.
Everybody's awesome, but but so
So we got to the hotel. And, okay, we checked in later. Obviously, we were doing other stuff. And we got there, and Kurt, this cracked me up to no end.
I can tell. I'm already laughing. I don't know why.
All right. So it was like 2:30 in the afternoon. We had gotten up at like 5 to get there and, check in and everything. And this very sweet cast member who had no idea how our day was going looked at us and said, okay, just so you know, your hotel does not have power or water from midnight to 5 a.m. And here's the thing. We put some glow sticks in your room so that you can get to the toilet without breaking yourself.
What? Is that a Disneyland thing? I don't know. I've never had that happen at Disney World.
It broke our brains.
Yeah, you're like, you couldn't process that, could you?
No.
Is this because of what's going on in California? Was this the power outage thing that they've been going through?
No. It was just in one building, so it couldn't have been the whole...
They were having they had maybe a planned power outage for some reason.
But it was
or maintenance.
Just one of the buildings of the 4. There are 4 in the Disneyland.
Okay.
And so I just looked at her and my brain went, okay, I'm going to blink 5 times and then I'm going to seek EJ on you. And you don't want that.
No, you're going to send some Long Island attitude across the country.
You do not want EJ at you.
That's wild.
I just looked at her. I was like, no. I just said no, like 4 times. I just said no. And then she just started typing.
She ignored you.
No, she fixed it. We were in a different tower.
Wow. Well, good for you. So you don't have to suffer with, now some people probably sleep through that whole thing. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I don't know.
Maybe, and that would be fine. But I mean, come on, like
you need your phone. You need your phone to, yeah, right. You can't really go to the bathroom without water. That's the,
and also
that's
it's not like
we have power. We have the power goes out here, but it's usually for a storm.
Yeah, but also it wasn't like this is not a Motel 6 in Greece. Kurt, you know me. I'm made of tough stuff.
Right.
I'm like
that's
really?
Bizarre. That is bizarre.
It was just so, and they were just acting like,
yeah, this was normal.
Yeah, they were just acting like, okay, so today you don't get power and water. And we were like, no.
Oh my gosh, Chris. That's hysterical.
We get power and water.
Yeah. Wow.
And, Jared is very, very calm, and I am normally very calm, but I just kept looking at her going, no, I need you to check the computer again. Like...
And that's like a premier hotel. It's like their flagship, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's not the Grand Californian. The Grand Californian, I think, is a little bit pricier. But, I mean, they only have 3, right?
Right.
And the Grand Californian,
they're all pricey.
and Paradise Pier. Those are the ones that are on property and...
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. All right, let's. Well, we were talking about we're going to do day by day because you only did 2 days. So tell me all your stories.
Exactly. Okay,
give me the fun stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So Max Pass. All right. So we got there. We did the Max Pass. So first day we got there at like 7. Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you about Disneyland. I've not done boarding passes in Disney World yet, but in Disneyland. It does not matter how early you get there, as long as you are through the gates at 7:59.
Yes.
So just get through the gates at 7:59 and start working that phone.
That's the Rise of the Resistance you're speaking of.
Right.
Yeah. Same thing at Disney Hollywood Studios in Florida.
At
least for now.
Talked about this. I'm sure you've talked about this, but make sure that everybody is.
Yep, we're trying to get everyone clear on this. All these technicalities of Rise of the Resistance until they go and change the rules.
And also, here's the thing that botched somebody I know up. Make sure that you have allowed the Disneyland or Disney World app to access where you are on GPS.
Okay. Yep.
Because if you're not
in the park,
they don't know that you're in the land.
Right.
They won't
activate. That's right. Everyone in your party's got to be in the park and ready to rock and roll at exactly the park opening time. Yep.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But also, it was kind of fun because between the two of us, like one day he got one group and one day I got one group. It's so just both of everybody in the group go.
Yeah.
And pick what they can. So.
Nice. So how was now you've seen a little bit of both. Is it's kind of the same in Disneyland for the Star Wars land?
So I would say that it is a little bit different, but it's fun both ways.
Right.
Okay. I'm just reading my notes right now.
You took notes.
Yeah. So after I wrote notes because I like you, Kurt.
Ah.
Right. So.
well, you got a lot of fans too. You gotta live up to.
No. So what we did after we got our boarding group, it was interesting in California because we walked into the parks. Everybody got their boarding group. Everybody raised their hands and did a little mini celebration.
Yes.
Right? Have you seen that before?
Yeah, we talked about that on our trip report. Yeah. It's it's a pretty unique experience in that regard, right?
Right. And everybody's like high-fiving and being
that was kind of cool.
What number are you?
That made it kind of fun and exciting. I know.
Yeah.
Definitely noticed that.
So then everybody walked out. That was the thing that different.
The climax is over.
Yeah, like everybody just left. They were like, "Fine, I'm done."
Right. Wait for my boarding group now.
All right. So one of the things that we noticed when we did the Max Pass is that you can get passes on different parks, right?
Yeah.
So the second that you're in there,
cool.
You can get a pass for Matterhorn, and then you can also get a fast pass for Cars Land.
So you can crisscross between the two parks.
Right.
That's cool.
And have you been there recently?
I have not. And it's on the agenda, hopefully soon.
Okay. So it's a totally different vibe because they are like literally 100 feet apart.
Right. Yes. Yes, I've heard the quaintness and the nostalgia and the history obviously is very present there in Disneyland. And like you said, a lot of people that go to Disney World feel kind of lost that have never been there, but they've been to Disneyland. They're like, what is this? This is like humongous. It's everything. The parks you got to drive to the parks.
Yeah. So every time we're in Disneyland, again, we've only been 3 times, so obviously we're experts, but I'm trying to explain it the way it's just like going to England. It's comfortable enough that you think, okay, I know where I am and I know what I'm doing. And then something happens and you go, oh, this is the wrong place.
Yeah, I guess. false sense of comfort.
Right. So like the first time Jared and I went to London, we walked down stairs that said Subway at the top.
Yeah.
We walked down them, and then we walked under, and then we walked up, and we were on the other side of the street.
Yeah, how did we make this mistake?
No, technically, that is a subway. That is what they call it in England.
Oh, wow.
What we wanted was the tube.
Ah, yes. Oh, my gosh, right. Well, that's a whole different story. They got different words for the same thing.
Right. But so that's kind of the thought on Disneyland for us. It's adorable, it's cute, but it's just enough off that we're like,
yeah, right.
We're gonna get lost.
Yeah, we don't want to get too cocky here. We're not.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Getting back to Disneyland, Matterhorn will hurt your back, and actually there is a doctor who's
yeah, it's a little rough, right?
No, there's actually a doctor that has been granted research on how to get, what is it called, babe? Kidney stones. Kidney stones, he had like some research going on about how kidney stones can be shook out based on the Matterhorn. So
you could pass kidney stones on the Matterhorn?
Yeah.
Well, there's a plus I wasn't thinking about, but I'm sure everyone who's got kidney stones right now is thanking us.
So
wow.
Just that is just one of those things that you should know about before you get into it.
We try to give some really deep tips here on the Geekin' Show. I love that one. That's great.
So we went on Alice that we hadn't been on before.
Nice.
We went on Nemo. Nemo used to be 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Right.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And it's very adorable. But it does take about 20 minutes. So just know that it's going to take that long. And it's not very accessible to get, because you have to get into those little submarines.
All right. Yes.
And they're like a little spiral staircase. It's not great for anybody who needs help.
Okay. Yeah.
Pirates, a reminder for everybody who doesn't do Pirates normally on both places. Pirates is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So go to it. You know,
it's bigger, it's longer, right? Isn't it? More.
Right, and it goes through the restaurant. It's kind of fun.
Right.
Small World is different, and it has characters in it.
When you say characters, it's got the Disney characters.
Yeah, it's got Pinocchio. It's got
cool.
It's got a bunch of characters in it. What? Jared's looking at me like I'm crazy. Well, that's because you were looking at Pinocchio. But Little Mermaid. What else?
Really? Does it have the little dolls though too?
Nemo and Dory.
Nemo and Dory. What? Peter Pan. Yeah, there's a bunch of characters in there that aren't in our Small World.
Yeah, so I like the little differences. It's fun to compare the different parks and even the attractions are kind of the same. Yeah. Yeah.
So Storybook Canal is a ride I don't think we ever went on before.
What's that one?
It's a little boat ride around, and it's just tiny little miniatures on a boat, and it's kind of like Jungle Book except with tiny character miniatures.
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. Yeah.
Mom will absolutely love Disneyland. I've got to get her out there. I'm hoping that our travel agency will do a training out there, and we'll do that.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I think they alternate. They alternate between. They might be doing it this year because they did Disney World last year. So I definitely want to get her out there. She will go. She loves these kinds of rides, Chris. This is the dark rides. That's like she'll tell you that's her favorite.
Oh yeah, and like Toad's Wild Ride, I don't know what's happening the entire time I'm on it, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like,
what kind of ride is it?
It's a dark ride where Toad is in a mansion, and then eventually he ends up burning in hell. I don't know. It's a very confusing.
I'm confused.
Yeah, Google it. It's a very confusing.
YouTube it.
Very confusing. Nice. Roger Rabbit's really cute.
Nice.
It's also, I would say that we really did a walk-on for most of these.
So the
that
Max
I'm
Pass,
talking about.
were you like maxing out the Max Pass then? Were you just like going from...
Actually, no, because we're still kind of on our time. So
Yeah.
we woke up very early.
Oh, was this your
And
first stop? Your first stop on your trip?
No.
Oh.
We just
Oh, I
were
gotcha.
bad at stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so we got there at we got up 3 to get there at 5 to get,
Yeah.
but it was nice to just know that you could get there on a Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? And just walk around and basically walk on. I mean, we did fast passes for the Matterhorn and for Indiana Jones
Are the
in
lines
Disney.
are the lines like, how would you compare the crowds and the lines to Disney World?
Absolutely nothing compared to Disney World.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Less,
like,
right?
We were just,
Was this a weekend? This wasn't a weekend. Weekday?
No, it was a Wednesday. So, we'd gotten our Rise of the Resistance thing, so we were just kind of wandering around, seeing what we could see.
You didn't have a plan.
And,
you didn't have a plan at all?
I had a plan in the way that, because Disneyland is a very different plan-centric than Disney World.
Yep.
You cannot get 3 fast passes. You cannot plan meals 180 days out.
Right.
So it's just a very different vibe.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah, I've heard this. People don't really plan it as much. Did you have an idea? Now you've been before. Were you thinking of some food things that you were interested in?
Yeah.
Did you?
Well, yes.
Or you just wing it?
No, definitely. Okay, so here is one thing I did want to share with you. There is a website called Time Out.
Okay.
And it has best food in Disneyland.
Oh, nice. That's a good. Yeah. My father taught me as soon as I get out of bed, I start planning what I'm eating, or if I hadn't done it already for a week. So this is where this question comes from, deep in my upbringing.
Okay. So before I get to meals, I'm just going to share that Cars. What's the name of the ride? The Racers? Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes.
That was another one that we actually used a fast pass for.
Yeah.
And that one is really, really fun because the people on it are actually racing against each other.
Oh,
they're
cool.
videotaping each other.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm going to beat you. And
fun.
It's really cute.
Good fun.
So,
I like that. I've that's the one where people have really said, why don't you bring that to Disney World? It's like a big,
it is.
Yeah, big hit. I know.
It is really cute. Jared did the Guardians Tower of Terror.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't
what's-
go because I don't.
It shakes up your brain and your back.
I'm sorry. I don't like that feeling. I've tried it 3 times. I'm out.
I don't think I knew that about you. All right.
No, I've tried it 3 times. I will do anything 3 times. And then
you're out.
I'm out. The Monsters ride over there is really cute. It's very different. So
nice. Well,
all right. So then,
yeah,
food.
All
right. So we ordered Bengal barbecue.
Ooh.
You can do that one on the website. Again, we took our education from Time Out Best Food in Disneyland. So
beautiful.
I did the hummus and the veggie skewers, and Jared did the beef and pork belly.
Oh, nice.
And he had a really good time with that.
You know, Michele told me food is better at Disneyland than Disney World. She thinks they put more effort in Disneyland because a smaller park and people are coming for the day. It's for the locals too. So they want to really bring those people in. Food is the attraction. What do you think?
Well, I think quick service wise, she might be right.
Okay.
I think Disney World, when it comes to sit down or something at your hotel.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's saying something, because I think Disney World does a pretty good job with their quick service altogether. I mean, compared to other kinds of parks outside of Disney, but that's saying something if you can beat them in quick service too.
I think their quick service is very much better.
Nice.
Than World.
And that's what this little barbecue place was quick service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
and mobile ordering's good. That's great that they got that too. I mean, I worried about the technology in Disneyland because, I mean, Disney World has absolutely blown it out of the water with the Magic Band system. And
oh yeah, it is a problem in my brain when it comes to going to Disneyland, because I'm like, oh, okay, I have to hold this card and this card and with the, you're just so used to like,
right.
Here's my thing. Here's my band.
I know. I can understand. We're spoiled.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, Disneyland is you do have to take a moment to be like, okay.
Yeah. Reset.
Yeah.
Think 10 years back.
Exactly.
It's not that far, but beautiful.
But, I mean, it's not as bad as Tokyo Disney, but that's a different conversation.
Did you do any nighttime stuff?
So we did the Lamplight, which is wonderful. That is in California
Adventure.
Yeah, and that we
What's that?
Again, it's a bar and a restaurant, and that we again looked it up, and they said to do the ratatouille for me and the lobster nachos for Jared.
Ooh.
So
lobster nachos. You had me on lobster nachos. That sounds good.
And both I think it was the best thing we ate in California, and we'd been there all week.
No kidding. What'd you have?
Ratatouille.
What's ratatouille? The name is a little bit suspect there, Chris.
Okay.
I know a character named Ratatouille.
Seriously, Kurt, you have to have seen the movie.
Okay.
Right?
Well, yes, I've seen the movie. I don't know if I know it intimately, but go ahead.
So it's a vegetable-based.
It's not the mice. Okay. Gotcha.
It's the dish that's made at the end of the movie that makes the guy very happy when the critic eats it, and he's like, oh, okay, I love you guys all, even though you're rats. Remember that?
Sounds like it made you happy.
Oh, it's very happy.
Yeah. Nice.
So anyway.
Good stuff.
Yeah, ratatouille and lobster nachos. And then when we made it back to Disneyland Hotel, we ate at the Tangaroa Terrace. Okay, so this was confusing. Ready for this?
Yeah.
In the middle of Disneyland Hotel, there is the Trader Sam's, the original hotel,
Yep, the bar.
And it's got the seats that go up and down, and
Yes, I heard about
people yelling.
I know. Yeah.
They expanded around it in a way where they've made like 3 sections. So Tangaroa Terrace is on a terrace, and you can order drinks that are kind of like from Trader Sam's.
Yeah, I've heard there's more outdoor space than the one in Disney World.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But it's different than Trader Sam's.
Gotcha.
It's a different restaurant spot.
Okay.
And then there's also a spot if you cross a rope line that is a quick service restaurant.
Okay.
And they will not serve you.
All right. How come?
We don't know. And they don't know. I'm going to say this very honestly. The servers don't know.
If you're in the lounge, you can't get food to bring over.
Well, no, I ordered on mobile.
Yeah.
And, they came over and brought it to me. And I said, aren't I supposed to not be served? And they said, we don't know. And so I just gave them the tip. Because I just...
They were breaking the rules? Breaking the law.
Just felt like they were just like, and they were being very nice. So,
So you had yourself some lounge time then?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, Jared got one of those tiki drinks. Which one did you get? Zombie or something? Yeah. Anyway, so second day. This day was interesting. Ready for it?
I'm ready. Give it to me.
Okay. All right. So, second day, we were like, okay, let's get up and let's go get our boarding group, and then we'll come back to the room, pack up, because we have to get going.
Were you flying home that night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, we didn't have a long time with this one.
Right.
So, we went and got our boarding group. Boarding group 14. Booyah.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Nice draw.
Right?
Absolutely. That's like first thing. You didn't have time to get back to your room, did you?
So we went to Star Tours, which we hadn't been to. And Jared was a Rebel spy.
Oh,
Yay.
wow.
We hadn't been to Star Tours since the last, the new stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. They're showing the new movie scenes, aren't they? Nice.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it because I get sick in that one.
Again, I think it depends on where you sit and your glasses.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't tried it in a long time. My kids used to make me go on it and I would do it for them, but I won't do it alone anymore.
No, I'm with you. Like certain things get me, but I think your glasses have to be clean and you have to be in the middle.
And I might try it again. I might do my boning trick and do it. I was definitely feeling a little jealous this time when everyone was telling me there were scenes from the new movie and how awesome it was.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Judy and Ken were coming off and they were excited about it. And I was like, I wish I did it.
All right. So anyway, we went back to the hotel and we're packing up. And again, the hotel was weird. They were knocking on the door. Yeah. And screaming, they were just like, ma'am. And we're like, I was brushing my teeth and like, we're on late checkout.
Yeah.
And then they called us and they were like, what's going on? And I said, we called about a late checkout. And
yeah.
So again, the hotel.
No communication.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It was just a little interesting.
I was thinking back on this. I don't know if they're still doing this at the hotels, but remember when I had a bunch of listeners come on the show and talk about this. They're in their room and Disney's like, gotta come in the room. Like they're adamant that are they still doing that? I was having this thought lately.
I haven't heard about that since.
I haven't either. It's been a long time, right? I wonder.
Right.
Maybe that just kind of died out.
Right. No, but wasn't that right after somebody... Was that the Dallas shooting or
It was
something?
definitely the Vegas one.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah. But no, I don't know. Anyway, side note there. That's what made me, when you were talking about this, but they thought you were long gone. Was this after 11 then?
They were knocking on the door and I said, we've got late checkout. And then they called within 5 minutes. And I'm like, dude, it would be one thing if we had gotten through right away to get the late checkout, but we had hung online for a good 2-3 minutes to get that late checkout.
What time's that? What do you get for a late checkout?
We only got till noon, but like we had done the work of waiting on the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Like I was saying before, sometimes you talk to one person and they don't communicate it to the next person. But so you had the number 14. You had time to go back to the room?
Okay. So here's the deal. Ready for it?
I'm ready.
Yeah. We spent all morning in the park. waiting for Rise of the 14 Rise.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, it's not boarding, it's not boarding, it's not boarding.
I know what you're going to say. Reboot.
So then
they were rebooting.
So we went back to the hotel and we packed up and we moved our stuff to the car and we did all of that.
All right. Yep.
We went to Lucky Fortune Cookery.
Ooh,
and
what's
had
that?
the vegan banh mi.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, it's a Chinese place. It's the
Cool.
quick service in California.
Yeah.
So I had the vegan banh mi.
All right.
And Jared had the pho. Oh, he had the ramen. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, the vegan banh mi was very, very messy, but you know.
Is messy okay? Good? Or...
I wouldn't call it even a banh mi. I think I would call it a vegan sloppy Joe.
Okay.
It didn't seem like a banh mi to me, but okay. So we ate, I guess is what I'm saying. And then we went over because our group was called.
All right.
Yay.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going. It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Wow. They really had a mess up.
Okay, so we get over. We go on. We're waiting in line for 45 minutes. We're like, okay, things are happening. So we get on, finally. But we did it the day before. We seen it. We know we're fine.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. This is bonus time.
Yeah. Right. So we get to a certain spot, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody because everybody should go in blind because it's super
I agree.
fun.
I'm totally agree with. I do not cheat ahead. YouTube. I'll ask listeners. Like I ask listeners to give me their opinion and stuff, but that doesn't really spoil it for me. I went in pretty blind.
Yeah, just go in blind because we
I
just
agree.
spent the entire ride going. I have no idea what's going to happen, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
I totally agree. My mom's the opposite. She's a total cheater. She cheats like her. I think Judy does too. They both cheat ahead, but they'll both tell you that I just broke something in my hand. But they'll both tell you that they don't get enough by cheating, that they feel it's just such a great experience that you don't see it all.
Okay. Well, so second time around, so thankfully it was second time around, there was a part where the ride totally broke down.
Right. I had that happen to me too.
And so it was a walk-off.
They back you out.
Yeah,
which is really weird because I'm sure in California, the cast members really play a role and role play there. So, they're doing their thing. And then when it breaks, they stay kind of in character, but they got to get you out too.
Well, we were at the part where they had to take us backstage. And again, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
Yeah.
But we were no longer to a back out part. We were to a you go backstage part.
Okay.
Does that make sense? For those of you that have been on the ride, there is a part where you could turn around and go away, or there's a part where you have to actually go backstage.
Okay. Yeah. This is a little disappointing. They must have really massive problems on this day. And like you said, you got to be grateful you got on, because I think if you've been listening to any of these podcasts, you've heard these stories.
Right.
It's just having a slow day. You're sitting there watching the app and you notice that they've been on the same number for boarding group for some time now, haven't they?
Right. And
it's not
so
moving.
we were one of those groups.
Yeah.
So we were sitting on a particular part of the ride, not to spoil anything for anybody, but we were in something for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the cast members were fantastic and kept coming around and being like, does anybody need to go to the bathroom? Is anybody,
Oh, wow.
like making sure nobody's having a panic attack.
Yeah. I know.
Understandable.
Yep.
Right?
I got stuck on Pirates. Maybe a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard my story.
That was with Holly, right?
Yeah, Lindsay and Holly, the three of us. And right near the end, too, it ended up, you got to have fun with some of these, but I didn't expect that. They had to come for the Reedy Creek Fire Department to help some people get off. And we were right at Captain Jack's the trophy room there, all his jewels. And so, Holly and I have a famous picture of us like almost on his lap. But yeah. So anyways, you got to have fun with it. I know. So did you get a fast pass to get back on?
Well, they said that they would, anytime we could come back. But by that time, we needed to eat and go to the airport. So,
yeah, I figured. So you didn't get your second try.
Yeah. But again, it was
all right.
It was a great ride. We loved it. We had a great time. But so we went to Napa Rose because we missed our reservation.
Okay.
So here's a tip. Napa Rose Lounge will serve you all of the food of Napa Rose.
Excellent.
But you do not have to, you can't have any kids.
Okay. At the bar, lounge.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a small little horseshoe lounge bar place, but so I got the celery root almond croquettes, and Jared got the filet. Talked to Joe. Joe will introduce you to everybody else at the bar, and so we talked to everybody else at the
bar. Chris is good for this. Chris, you make friends, don't you, when you're on vacation?
Yeah. Well, hey, it's just kind of me.
That's fun. Well, I like Jared. Well, he's going for the filet. That's what he eats like me.
Yeah, he does. He's the carnivore.
I love it. Well, you weren't always vegetarian, were you?
No. I just started it a year and a half ago. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Are you strict now? You're strict for vegetarian?
Now I am.
Okay.
Again.
You were dipping your toe in the last I remember.
I'm not judging anybody. I'm not in any way, shape, or form.
I'm not either. I just I want to know when I'm interviewing you what I'm dealing with.
Well, no, I mean, again, like whatever you guys feel like.
But so what did you finish up with for this day before you got to the airport? Any other fun stories?
So, we drove to LAX. Actually, it was only an hour, so that was nice.
Yeah. So, hey, did you do anything outside? Did you do any fun things in California that I'd like to include? Because I think when you go to Disneyland, you've got an opportunity to do a bunch of other fun things. Was there any other?
Well, so what we normally do, because we love Palm Springs.
Oh, okay.
And that came from just my husband had a conference there one year, and it's a fantastic place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
nice.
So what we normally do is we fly in to LAX now because it's a straight flight to LAX. We used to fly into Palm Springs, but there's not a straight flight anymore.
Okay.
And then we go to a place called Colony Palms. It's the best place to stay in. Do not book it up on my birthday. I will be mad at you. We stay there, and we hike around the desert and just have a good time in California.
Awesome, Chris. Well, now you're gonna have to go down to Disney World and try Rise of the Resistance. Now that you've got this perspective, and maybe they get all these kinks out that they've been having some struggles with. I know.
Yeah, so I haven't had. I'm sorry, I haven't had a chance to listen to your Rise of the Resistance. Did you have any kinks yet?
Mine wasn't too bad. I mean, I did experience, I had I had number 18. I got on there. This was the day I was with Glenn, and I got a fast pass. It broke down while I was getting on it. So you'll hear all that story, but that was pretty minor for that. I think we worked out, and it worked out pretty good. We went on it 3 times. So,
Okay. Yeah.
But we saw days that looked pretty bad, and then days that were better in terms of it moving along.
It was just very surprising that to get 14 and not be able to be on until like
you get your hopes up. You're like, oh, this is awesome,
right? Yeah,
you're like,
we're
what?
Just like high-fiving, but
that's weird.
Again, we had already been on it, so
you're lucky.
Not a bad. Yeah,
you're awesome.
Well,
Chris, thanks for coming on the show again for a little quick one, a little couple days out in Disneyland. Love to hear what's going on in these other parks, and catching up with you is always fun.
It was supposed to be half an hour. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. And so when are you going back to Disney World?
So I've got the half marathon coming up, the Star Wars one.
Oh, when is that Star Wars one?
It's April 19th.
All right.
And do
you have any friends going with you?
Might have heard. Well, I think you might have heard a little bit of it, but like my leg gave out. I bonked my head, and I had black eyes for a month.
Yeah. A little accident.
And well, I mean, my leg is bad. Everybody,
I do.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing about being married to a pediatrician. He's very protective of your brain when it comes to concussions, because he's gone to all of the
schooling.
And he's just like, no, you have to sit down, and you have to.
You gotta be careful. Yeah, you gotta be serious about those. We never used to be that way. I know.
Yeah. So I'm a little behind in my training, but I still think I'm going to be able to get through
Beautiful.
To April 19th.
But are you going with anybody? Anyone we know? Are you seeing anyone?
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to see a bunch of people, but right now, I do not want to promise rooms or anything to anybody, just because, again, when you have a concussion, it slows down your training.
Okay. Well, I'm proud of you for doing it, and keep up with your exercise. We're really focusing on that with a bunch of people right now too. We got the Pooh to Tigger back kicking, and we're working on it this year for sure, all of us. So
when are you guys going next? You're not doing any of the races, right? You're just G3?
For G3, we're going to be the weekend that we're there. The big weekend we're planning is the Princess on February 21. So I'm thinking maybe doing a 5K and walking it. But
definitely.
I've got
like a 5.
I don't know.
A 5K, Kurt, you can do it.
Oh, I do a lot of walking. I want to lose a lot of weight before I go, but I'm not going to go the running. I've hurt myself running with plantar fasciitis. Right. So I'm not I'm not there, but I'm doing lots of exercises, but not the running thing.
Right. And I mean,
I wish they had a biking thing.
What'd you say?
I wish they had a biking race.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Ride.
But I mean, again, just walk.
Yeah. That's the great thing about the Disney races. They do have, most of the people do walk, run, that kind of thing. It's very popular in the Disney races. So, and the reason people love them is they're not to the level of competitiveness that many races are, and they're for fun and for exercise and improve yourself. So they're great goals to work towards.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I will say that kind of stressed me out last year, and it's going to stress me out this year, is the 15-minute mile.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to get it in so you don't get swept, right?
Right.
All right.
So, but
you'll be fine.
Again,
you'll do it.
It's one of those it's one of those goals that you can keep going, you can do. But
absolutely,
yeah. So
well, all right, Chris, great talking with you as always.
Great talking to you.
I hope
all
we
right,
do get to see you again down in the parks. You think you'll be able to make it for the next G3 in February?
I think
Next
so.
year? Good.
Yeah, we'll have to look, but yeah, I think so.
All right.
I do not see
I hope so.
any problem with it.
Ah, it's awesome. All right, Chris.
All
Thanks for
right,
coming
love
on.
you, Ed. Have a good
Love
one.
you too.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Well, that was fun reviewing Disneyland. I'm so excited. That's on my bucket list. I want to take Mama out to Disneyland. She's never been there before, and I've been there long, long time ago when I was in college. So love to take Mama and get her reaction to Disneyland. Great job by Michele and Chris Cates, two of our favorite super geeks. And don't forget, check out Michele Young on her Disney Dreamgirls podcast. Find her at Diz Dreamgirls on your favorite social media. Shout outs. I got to do some shout outs. First of all, thanks for the 5-star iTunes review from Andy Hoffman. Now, I haven't had some reviews in a while, and I noticed my stars went down to 4.5, and I hate when that happens. So thank you, Andy. It's still at 4.5, so I could use some more iTunes reviews, guys. If you haven't done one yet, please go out to iTunes and put in a 5-star iTunes review. Andy, and I love it when I get some good written feedback too. And Andy writes, Kurt and the family put together a fantastic podcast. Their reviews and trip reports of Disney are truly top notch. What I enjoy most about this show is they really let the fans get involved, and I enjoy hearing different Disney geek reports. Keep up the fantastic work. I'll keep trying. Thank you, Andy. I got a chance to meet Andy at one of my favorite lounges in Disney Springs, Jack Lindsay's. He was down there for a work conference, and I was there during my trip. So thank you, Andy. He's also a Patreon supporter. So thanks so much, Andy. And I want to give a shout out to Alex Barsley. She spells her name Alexz. I think it's Alex. And thank you so much for your email, Alex. And you're looking at transferring your trip. You got a little of a debacle going on where you have a trip booked for May before you even knew about us, but you're booking another trip in June just to make sure in case that May one gets canceled, then you're transferring that trip over to us. So I appreciate that, Alex, very much. That's something a lot of our listeners do, is they transfer their trips that they've already booked with us. So I really appreciate you doing that and reaching out to us through my website, the website geekinonww.com. You'll see we have a form there. On our menu on the website, there's travel agent services. Fill out that form and I'll get emailed, and I'll get Mom and Judy right on working with you guys. Or if you want to talk to me, Alex and I are going to talk this week, review her trip, and we'll get on the phone, and I can do that for you guys too. But that's another good way to get a hold of us, through the website. I love all the activities still going on in our private Facebook group. I want to give a shout out to Sarah Tomlinson. She writes this. This was a great post that she did, and I'm glad so many people are contributing to posts and keeping the magic alive. And she says, I'm in Illinois, and we were just ordered to shelter in place until at least April 7th. So I was thinking, imagine this. You are quarantined at Disney. What resort are you at? What one restaurant are you getting your no contact order from and get it delivered? And what one park are you allowed into daily so you can get your exercise? I love walking. And what a great idea to walk in the park. So I really love this. And she says, this might as well have some fun with all this quarantine business. And she says, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, Sarah, for that. Let me answer that question. There were some great answers there. Maybe you could guess my question, but I was recently just saying to Mom, I wish we were quarantined at the Polynesian and we had that DVC room right on the first floor that had a little walkout area, like a patio, right next to the quiet pool. I would just like to sit there and have a few drinks. I had some great memories from that trip when we had that room. And then I would have Ohana delivered to me, and they do that for room service. So that's quite possible. I was really dreaming of that. What made me think of it? We had a client, and I'm hoping to get her on to do a trip report, but they were quarantined at the resort. So I was thinking, that's why I asked Mom, what if we were quarantined at the resort? Would that be so bad to spend some time at the Polynesian, just hanging around and having some drinks and just relaxing at a beautiful deluxe resort? I don't think that'd be so bad. And I run around so much when I'm down in Disney World. I'd like to try that out as an experiment. And I think the park I would like, a lot of people said Animal Kingdom, and that's not a bad idea because it's so beautiful and gorgeous to walk around. I was thinking World Showcase even because I love going through World Showcase, although I'd like to have some of my treats available and drinks too, and see some of the entertainment. Maybe just a walk, maybe Animal Kingdom is a good one. So great question from Sarah Tomlinson. And because of that, Sarah, I am making you my Geek of the Week. And that means every Sunday I present my Geek of the Week. And I'm sending you off a Starbucks gift card for a coffee. Hope you get out there and can get your coffee. I'll mail that out to you in Monday's mail, and that will be something you can enjoy. And thank you for so much for contributing to our private Facebook group, Sarah. And she's also a client of ours, Mama. Reminded me she's booking with the Travel Interior. So thank you so much, Sarah. Now, I've lost 25 pounds since my Disney trip. I'm so excited that I'm making great progress. And that is huge. I'm really close to a goal that I've set from the beginning of this year. If you too would also like to join in losing some weight or getting in a healthy lifestyle, come join our private Facebook group. It's called the Pooh to Tigger Lifestyle. And people are posting about Run Disney events, their weight loss ideas, and progress they're making, and lots of encouragement. So it is a very encouraging place to shout out for your weight loss and fitness goals. So come join us at Pooh to Tigger Lifestyle Facebook group and just message me and I'll get you into that group. Some of the biggest fun times of planning your Disney trip is just that anticipation. Well, we've got one we're planning. It's the next Geek and Family reunion to Disney World for February of 2021. Come on now, book your trip. Get into our private Facebook group for that too. We're going to have some pre-event activities, I'm calling it, starting Thursday, February 18th. We got a bunch of people getting together, probably getting together in a lounge. And then on Saturday, we'll have the Kessler Run game, February 20th. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. We're kind of repeating some of the things we did last G3. We'll also have our bingo scavenger hunt during the weekend for prizes during that whole weekend. You can get your bingo card filled out with lots of things that you got to go find and do while you're in the parks for that weekend. And then I'm going to do that big picture shot. The real official meetup's going to be over at Epcot for that Geek and Family reunion picture at Epcot, February 21st on a Sunday. Then after the picture, we'll go over to the Mexican Pavilion, have some frozen lime margaritas or whatever it is that you like. I like those nachos, and we'll meet up, have some great conversation, maybe run around the World Showcase also after that. Ride the Mexican boat ride like we did last time. Lots of fun things to do there. So come join us for the Grand Geek and Gathering, the family reunion, February 2021. Also, the Run Disney Princess Half Marathon's going on that weekend. So it's a great time to come do a girls trip, do a solo trip, do an adult only trip. Bring the kids too if you like. We are family friendly, so come on and join us for the Geek and Family Reunion G3 February 2021. There's already about 70 members of people talking about coming, so contact your travel agents and reserve your room. The intro this week was from one of our Fab Five, Heather Brainerd, longtime listener and great friend of ours. She's one of the first guests that were on our podcast. That's why I call her one of our Fab Five. So she did a great intro that I recorded last year. But I'd love to have some more geeking intros. Are you home alone, sitting at home or stranded, and get together with your family and record a geeking intro? You can email that to me at kurt.stone@geekinonww.com. You can create it. It's easy. It's fun. It's creative. And I can suggest you just tell us your name, where you're from, and a few Disney fun facts about yourself, and that you go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis, Lindsay, and the whole Geekin family. Again, email that to me, kurt.stone@geekinonww.com. There are a couple of ways you can voluntarily support the show. Do you love listening to the show? Do you love giving back a little bit to us? Well, one of the ways is through patreon.com. We have an account there, patreon.com/geekinonww.com. Yeah, this was really cool last year when Glenn Kessler and Kevin Curtis Allen started reaching out to some of our super geeks, asking them to donate to our show. And they really boosted up those donations. I'm so amazed and grateful for you guys that support that. I just put out another live trip recording from the G3. It was from last year in October. It's the last of those recordings from the G3. And if you'd like to get it, I call it the Inner Circle episodes, and I love giving back to my Patreon supporters. So go out there, sign up for Patreon, donate. Some people are donating $5, $10. I guess some $20 and $25 donations. So That is so awesome. And I love giving back to you those live recordings. I've got my January trip recordings coming up next. I'll start producing those and getting them out to you. This past week's show included a 26-minute Caribbean Beach Resort coffee walk. I talk about my day, like geek meets that I did. It was Friday of that trip. The Olga's Canteen I talk about. My adventures to meet one of my friends, Joe. The Skyliner story I'm talking about, fresh from that happening, and how I missed my flying fish reservation while I was late for about an hour. And then you hear me talking with Mama over at Magic Kingdom, a little chat. And I'm chatting with a listener, Claudia, talking about the race that was coming up for her, the Wine and Dine, and the podcast, and how much she loves the podcast. She gives Mom a little bit of a hard time for not being on the podcast enough. We met with the Evil Sisters, too. Claudia and her daughter was with us. We got pictures, and we're chatting with the Evil Sisters. I was recording that. Then I'm over at Epcot a little bit. You hear some live music from Sheena Easton from the concert series there. And also the Jingle Cruise. It was like the first beginnings of the Christmas version of the Jungle Cruise. I love recording that, so you'll get that. And then the last thing you get from the G3 is our bus driver that was telling jokes. He was switching out drivers, and that was kind of the last recording from the G3. So if you want to catch that and all the previous recordings that I did, I think there's like 14 recordings out there. So if you sign up for patreon.com, you can get the audio through the app that they have. You can go to their website and listen to it. You can really set it up with one of your podcasts apps too. There is a way to do that. If you have a problem with that, let me know. But there's like 3 or 4 different ways to listen to those episodes on patreon.com. And of course, we're travel agents. Mom and Judy and Jennifer and EJ, they do an awesome job supporting our listeners and their trips. You can book your trip with Mama and Auntie Judy. You can email them, travelingtiaras@gmail.com. EJ and Jennifer, you can find them on their Little Dole Whips Facebook page. We are authorized Disney planning agency through Fairy Tale Concierge. We are a platinum agency. So come join us and have some fun talking Disney World. Plan your trips. I know many of our travel clients are experienced geeks, but they love sharing their trip with us, and then we can help them book their fast passes and their ADRs. Chat on the phone and come up with a bunch of options, a bunch of ideas. We're really experienced. We've done lots of things. We've talked to lots of people who've done lots of things. And they love talking Disney World every single day. And they watch out for you guys. If you book and you just book a room, let's say, but you want to get a package lit down the road, they know when all those specials are coming out. They're always following up with people, trying to make a better deal for you guys. And they're just a great team. So reach out to Mama and Judy, EJ and Jennifer. They know that technical stuff of booking. They'll help you out. And even I can help you out with some of my knowledge. Yeah, the bounce backs are a great deal when you're down there and you don't have the phone number. We've got that phone number. We can call for you while you're down on your trip, or you can call it yourself and then transfer it over to us. A lot of our clients come through transferring. So we definitely appreciate it. If you just found us through the podcast and you want to transfer your trip, as long as you've booked within the last 30 days and you've not paid in full yet, you can transfer that trip. It's really easy to do and turn it around. Get that over to Disney and then they turn it around in a few days. So we appreciate you guys booking with us. Support the travel people. They're probably all feeling a little down right now for sure, not knowing what's going on. But we certainly appreciate your business and thank you so much. And I'm committed to helping you guys if you want to chat with me about anything. I had a great little call with Bubba Mack recently. He was wondering how I record on Skype with my interviews for the podcast. He was needing something for his job, and I explained to him, I have a mixer. So I've always had a mixer, and I have the audio coming out of my USB that goes into a mixer and then into a physical recorder. It's a Roland R5, if that's a technical piece of equipment that you know. It's an MP3 wave recorder. And then my microphone is plugged into the mixer and goes into the computer. So that's how I do it. It's called a Mix Minus. If you Google that and look at some YouTube videos, you can figure out how to do it. But that's how I do my Skype recording. You can do it with software too, but I always wanted to separate the software because sometimes software can get stuck, if you will, when it freezes. So I don't have that problem. I just record all the audio from my computer into my physical recorder. So thank you, Bubba, for that question. Always great talking to Bubba. He's an awesome guy. All of you guys are awesome that listen to us. We really appreciate you going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We just appreciate you so much for listening, contributing to Patreon, contributing to our travel agency, and just geeking with us every single day. Hang on there, geeks. We're going back to Disney World real soon. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.